The Kremlin continues illegally deporting Ukrainian children to Russia to zombify them and to prepare them for the war against Ukraine and the whole world.
They must be drowned right there, where the duck flows. To drown these children, to drown them, drown directly there.
According to the official data of the Ministry of Reintegration of Ukraine, since the beginning of the full-scale invasion, Russians have kidnapped more than 19,000 Ukrainian children. The real numbers reach hundreds of thousands, because even Russia has declared the evacuation of 744,000 Ukrainian children. However, it's not the evacuation, it's deportation. Because forcing children to leave a homeland is a gross violation of international humanitarian law and war crimes. The Kremlin urges in every possible way to adopt stolen Ukrainian children, which it calls as rescued. In fact, Russia separates Ukrainian children from their real parents forever. The Russian president's commissioner for children's rights, wife of the pro-war Russian Orthodox priest and deeply insincere soul Maria Lvova-Belova, even has asked Putin to change the law which will help to place Ukrainian children into Russian families as soon as possible.
I thank you for your trust. It is a great honor for me. I've been working on the protection of children for 15 years. The experience is great, and for me this story is personal.
Let me ask, how personal is for Miss Lvova-Belova accusations of the International Criminal Court? She has been accused of deporting an unlawful transfer of Ukrainian children to Russia. So she is eagerly awaited in The Hague. So far, at least 43 Russian institutions are known, where Russians deport Ukrainian boys and girls. The so-called children camps are scattered throughout Russia, from the Moscow region to Siberia. To such camps in Chechnya, Russians transfer, as they say, problem children. Their Ukrainian minors are ideologically rewired and brought up according to all the canons of Mother Russia. Their aim is to get an obedient herd of puppets of the Kremlin regime and to destroy the Ukrainian identity of these children. Children are gathered in camps with funny titles like teddy bear and starfish under the pretext of recovery, treatment, and rest. Later, they are taken deeper into Russian territories, where they become de facto prisoners. So-called Mountain Key Children Camp conducts combat training and prepare without any moral Ukrainian minors to become Russian soldiers.
And, of course, after all these impacts, children go through changes, and they could be used after raising in such anti-Ukrainian narratives. Well, quite a brutal way to stand against Ukrainian patriotism, its history and narrative. No doubt that it's a crime.
Russians deny any accusations of child abuse, responding to them with sarcasm and cynical mockery. Actions of Russia are a real genocide. Russians kidnap Ukrainian children to make them obedient hostages of their bloody regime. Deported Ukrainian children are left with nothing. Russian army destroyed their homes. It took away their parents and stole their childhood. Ukraine has already returned 364 children. We make every possible effort to find and return each of the deported children. Putin, you will return every one of Ukrainian children and answer for all the committed crimes. Ukrainian people will never forgive you for any broken child's life.